Gemini, song that's playing for you is You Right. So whether you telling somebody they right or somebody telling you you right. You made a call, someone made a call in regards to a situation with you, and something was unstable, and it's like, you know what, you right. So you telling somebody you right about this instability, or you right about this investment, or the way I handled something, or the way I did something, or the way I thought about or expressed something. Or somebody's telling you that you're right. They're approaching you and saying, you know what you said, Gemini, what you did, or why you did what you did, or how you expressed yourself, or how you just came off, or how you invested. You feel me? You were right. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. Look, balance. You focused on your balance, and you're doing what it is you got to do to obtain your balance. Whether you got to express yourself to certain people certain type of way, or you just got to invest yourself in certain type of things in order to obtain what it is you want. Regardless, you're doing it because you know what's right for you. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you, Gemini. Yeah, 10% reverse. All right, whether you're not letting balance be brought to something, it's like you know what you got to do in order to bring balance to something, but you're not doing it. So it's like you may not want to admit someone's right, or you just don't want to admit something in some way, shape, or form. Because again, it's like you know how to bring balance. If it was upright, you would be doing what it is you got to do. It's like you would be going with the flow. But it's like you're going against what it is you're supposed to be doing, or what it is you know you're supposed to be doing, or what it is you know you feel. It's like you're going against your gut feeling, or you're not trusting your own intuition, even though you know your intuition is right. Look, you're going in a direction you want. Whatever you're investing in is against what you believe, or against, you're not passionate. You know it may be a burden, or a situation you weren't previously in was a burden, and it's like you don't want to go back to the burden. You may still be emotionally wounded or just emotionally damaged in some way, shape, or form over a situation, and it's like you don't want to get over that. You're carrying your pain with you. And because you're carrying your pain with you, you're not able to invest or bring emotional balance to what it is that needs to be balanced. And because you're doing that, the directions are how you invest, because you're wounded, because you're hurt people, or in this case, whatever you invest yourself in. So whatever you touch or whatever you invest yourself in won't give you what it is you want until you allow the balance to be brought, or until you just flow. You go with what you know you should go with, or you do what you know you should do, until you let go of a certain mindset or a certain perspective or a certain ideology, worldview, because you know it ain't manifesting you no good when you act like this, talk like this, or walk we trust. You may not be able to trust people, or you just feel like you can't trust anyone, or you just can't open up and be who you want to be. Again, you're putting limiting beliefs on yourself is what it sounds like. Ooh, yeah, hold on. That's an interesting feeling. Yeah, you invested in something emotionally that only brought you to a lower state of feeling, or a lower state of expressing your emotions. And now that it's like you don't want to let that pain go. You feel like you can't heal from something, and because you feel like you can't, you won't. The devil. You may be tied to a toxic person, or just a toxic mindset. You stuck on something, or you stuck with something. Again, if it's someone outside of you, you may feel like someone outside of you is the devil, or someone outside of you got you to invest in something. And they told you it was one way. They told you it was the truth. It was the high priestess, but really and truly it was toxic. You invested in it. You went in a direction. You gave your time, energy, and or money or passion to something. And now that put you in the space to not be able to heal or bring emotional balance the way you need to. All because you invested in something that was toxic. Whether it was a toxic idea you had, or you let somebody bring you a toxic idea, and just like you bit the bait. Again, it could be you versus you. It's a toxic perspective, mindset, or ideology you have. And because you're not able to separate from that, you can't invest the way you want to invest. You may be the toxic one. Or if it's you versus someone outside of you, someone outside of you is toxic and they're reflecting onto you, thus making you and everything you invest in emotionally unstable, not balanced, and toxic as well. Look, someone, again, if it's you versus someone outside of you, again, they wasn't taking care of themselves. It wasn't like, you see, it's the ace of, Queen of Coins in reverse, so this is internal. Handsome and wealthy. Okay, look, you might have fell for a motherfucker that looked good, smelled good, walk the walk, talk the talk. Motherfucker had money. Motherfucker had abundance in some way, shape, or form. So it's like you wanted to invest in that. Look what it got you. It was really just a devil in a suit, if we're being honest with you. Because motherfucker did not take care of themselves or how they thought or how they invested. You thought it looked good. It looked good on paper, but when you got to wherever it was or when you invested in whatever it was toxic and it wasn't nurturing. It wasn't, since it had no love for self, since it didn't nurture whatever it is, since it didn't nurture their mind or their body or take care of whatever they had going on, it's like that leaked onto you and now you're fucked up. You can't invest in or you can't go in the direction you want to go in because of something you invested in, and you're still tied to it because the devil is upright and it's the Queen of Wands in reverse. So if it's you versus you may be tied to a toxic mindset or tied to a toxic situation that has you not mending or taking care of yourself, your own mind, or just whatever you give your mother energy to, whatever you tend to, whatever you nurture. And because you're still holding on to that toxic perspective and or toxic relationship or toxic person or toxic ideology, you're not living in your truth the way you want to live in your truth, thus keeping you from being balanced, being able to bring balance the way balance needs to be brought. You need to emotionally walk away from something. Or you may have emotionally walked away from something in order to invest in another thing, and that shit only bit you in the ass. Look, now you know the truth. Now you know the truth. But again, it's like after you're tied to a devil. After you're in a situation you don't want to be in. Look, you let somebody bring you their bad ideas, their bad feelings. They wasn't even taking care of themselves. How they supposed, and they want you to invest in a situation with them in order to get you to take care of them when they was just trying to use you to heal them. And now that you in this position, now that you stuck, now that you're in a state where you can't go the way you want to go, or you can't invest or nurture the way you want to invest, now you see the truth. Now you know the truth for yourself. You had to learn the truth the hard way. Let me know I need some help. Don't keep that secret to yourself. You feel me? Last card for Gemini. Yeah, 2 of Wands in reverse. You got the 2 and the 3, yo, and both in reverse. You wish you didn't do something. It's like you may be in a heavy state of regret right now because now you know where your sunshine is. Now you know what your truth is. Now you know what makes you feel free. Now you know what makes you feel happy. Now you know what makes you feel open. But you invested in otherwise. Put your foot in the shoe that fits you. I'm gonna fuck with you.